Welcome back to iHollywood TV. Today we are answering some of your most burning questions that you really want to know about our star McGruff, the crime dog, who always takes a bite out of crime with the National Crime Prevention Council. Welcome, McGruff. It is so great to see you once again. Hi.
How you doing today, Noah?
I'm doing great. It's so nice to be here in sunny Florida with you.
Yes. Beautiful weather here.
Yes, it is very beautiful weather. It's very hot too. Oh my goodness, very hot, you know, and that's right. So McGruff, we have some questions that were sent in by your loyal fans and my fans as well. So let's go ahead and we're going to pull one out one by one from this jar and let's see what the fans want us to answer. The first one is from Terry Buffett. Noah, I love you. All right, now I love you too. Yeah,
nice
we love Terry. McGruff is the cutest. Oh, she's
wow.
Oh, well, you had a chance to be his Valentine. All right.
Right.
Now, I would like to know, who are McGruff's parents and how proud are they to have a pup son like McGruff?
Well, of course, I came from a small litter, but I had a wonderful mom and daddy. And, well, my little brother had a nephew, Scruff, that I worked with, but I just love my family and I always have fond memories of them.
Mm-hmm. Oh, my goodness. Well, I'll have to come meet your little family one day, McGruff. Matthew Wallace, I love the last project Noah and McGruff worked on together. What can we see from McGruff in the future? That's a really good one.
Well, you know, every so often some new crime prevention topic comes up. And right now we have the Go For Real campaign. And we'll just have to see what the next one is.
Awesome. We'll have to stay
Be ready
tuned.
whenever it is.
Yes. This is from Katie Hart. Hi, Katie. She says, hey, Noah McGruff. Hello. I hope you can answer my question. Of course. How did you get your face on a race car, and what made you choose Joey as the driver for your race car?
Well, Joey contacted the National Crime Prevention Council, and he saw the PSA and the ads concerning Go For Real, and he was really excited about what people can do to eliminate counterfeit items. So he contacted the folks at the National Crime Prevention Council, and the rest is history, and they said, let's go for it.
Sherry Simpson, how can we get involved in our community to help take a bite out of crime? You know?
Sure. Well, good question, Sherry. It's always important that everybody take an interest. You know, crime prevention is everyone's business, and we need to watch out and help out. So, you know, you can volunteer in your local communities, your school, your community projects that you have going on, because when everyone takes part and when everyone volunteers and helps to make their communities a safer place to live, you're on your way to be good crime fighters.
Absolutely. And thank you for all that you do to help keep our cities, our towns, our states safe. We appreciate all the hard work that you do for us.
You know, and showing interest, that's fantastic.
This question comes from Madison Lane. Noah always find the positive in everything he does, and McGruff as well. What continues to make them have a positive outlook on life? I will let you start off with this one, McGruff, and then I will share.
Well, it's important to be positive. You know, we always hear so many negatives. People always looking at the wrong things, or what's bad about this or what's bad about that, or they're grumbling and complaining. And I look at it this way, Noah, and it's a great question. And I really think to make a difference, we have to live in a positive, have a good positive attitude. Look at the good things that are happening. Yes, it's sad when bad things do happen to people or situations happen in your community, state, or nation. But instead of giving up, let's look at the positives. What can I do not to hurt the problem and continue the problem? What can I do to help solve it? And what can I do? And one of the things is look up, keep looking positive, and saying, hey, you know, good things do come from bad situations.
Absolutely. And my answer to that, Madison, would be, you know, we're here on Earth for a very short time. Enjoy it. try to accomplish anything that you want to. I always say that you can always go after your goals, and that's a thing that really keeps me positive and upbeat. Is I continue to work at my craft each and every day, and if you have a goal that you want to pursue, I say continue to do it, and I think that really helps uplift someone as well when they're doing something that they love.
Noah and Madison, and to kind of add what Noah was saying there, I had a dear friend one time, and he wasn't given the best medical, situation, and but he lived for the day, and he always said this, I don't know how many days I have, but I want to make each day count and be the very best I can be to help someone else.
All right, McGruff, here we go. Next question. Ty Reese. Hi, Ty. He wants to know, he has 2 questions for you. First one, what is one of your favorite TV shows to watch in your spare time? Do you watch TV a lot, McGruff?
Well, whenever I get the opportunity. But, I always like the law enforcement shows and those kind of programs that kind of keep you thinking and all that type
Law
of thing.
and Order,
Right. And NCIS and, just some of the old classic law enforcement shows have good, morals to them and things like that, where we try to do the best to eliminate criminal opportunity. But, whatever program's on that I don't get a whole lot of chance to watch television.
Yeah, you're so busy,
Yeah, right. But when I do, I just enjoy sitting down and saying, wow, these programs that really show what is happening and what we can do to make our communities a better place to live. That's kind of I go for.
Absolutely. And the second question Ty has for you is, what has your nephew Scruff been up to this year? Because we saw him in the PSA Go For Real campaign. What has he been up to so far in 2023?
Well, of course, he did the campaign with me about the counterfeit McGruff, and he was on there, and he says, hey, that's not my uncle, and that type of thing. And that's one we're presently working on, and we're partnering and doing things together and just try to promote this campaign so people don't go buy counterfeit products. Don't waste their money on them, but buy the real thing. And what Scruff and I have both believed in is, if it's too good to be true, it usually is. So go for real.
Yes, go for real. Such a great campaign. Oh my goodness. Let's move on to the next question here. Let's see what's here in here. Nate Thompson. Hi, Nate. And Nate wants to know, how do you report a crime in public without drawing attention to yourself? And how do you approach situations with aggressive drivers? Really good question.
Okay, well, let's take the first one, Nate. When you want to, if you see something happen, you need to report it, even if it's something small, because many times people say, well, I don't want to get involved. Or, then they could come back and hurt me or something like that. But if something was happening to you and someone saw it happen, wouldn't you like to report it? And we'd much rather have people report it, and maybe it turns out to be nothing, or have it to be something and someone sees it and not report it at all. So we need to be the eyes and ears and help our law enforcement officers, and that way we can all work together. And then question number 2?
Second part, how do you approach situations with aggressive drivers?
Oh, yes. Road rage is a kind of a bad thing to have happen, and people get, irritable and things when they get behind the wheel, and that's not a good place to get mad at someone.
It is very common today.
If you do happen to cut someone off, and that happens, if you're in an unfamiliar territory and you're driving and you go in someone's lane and well, you're just not, you don't intentionally do it. But what we need to do is, I believe firmly, courtesy is contagious. And don't get mad, don't yell back, don't give somebody a bad gesture or anything like that. Just kind of wave, say, hey, I'm sorry or whatever, and just keep going and not try to aggravate the problem, make it worse.
That's a great way to put it. Thank you for sharing.
Oh, sure. That was great questions.
Daniel Johnson. Hi, Daniel. McGruff, what would your backup career be if you were not taking a bite out of crime? Ooh, have you ever thought
Daniel,
about that?
there's a lot. I think what I'd like to do if I wasn't helping with crime prevention and working with, of course, I've always had a job where I love to work with people.
Yeah.
And I'd probably be one of those helper dogs, maybe a seeing eye dog or
I
being
love
a
that.
service dog. I think I could probably see myself doing something like that as long as I could be helping others.
Oh, that's great. That's awesome, McGruff. The second question for that, that Daniel wants to ask you is, what inspired you to help protect our local communities and make the world a safer place, one pup state at a time? Clever, Daniel.
One pup state. Well, I have to go back. I know we shouldn't always look in the past, but this program is still on public broadcasting and things, but it was called Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood.
Yes.
And I just loved to watch Mr. Rogers, and whenever I get a chance, I still do.
Yeah.
But, he was always trying to bring out the best in someone else.
So
and I guess that's
positive.
what a good leader does. But, when something goes wrong or you need help, he always said, look for a help. And I think that's great advice. Look for people that you can trust and to be able to help you get through the situation. Because there's a lot of things that can happen. Many people try to do things by themselves, but when we work together and join together, we can really make a difference and make somebody's life a better place.
Well, this has been so much fun. Thank you all for joining us for a very special Q&A with McGruff the Crime Dog. To learn more about McGruff's Go For Real campaign, visit his website, mcgruff.org. Thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate it, and we'll see you back here next time on iHollywood TV. Thank you, McGruff. We appreciate it.
Can I say my closing, what I always like to do?
Yes.
Working together, we can make a difference.
That's right.
And you can help your old pal McGruff take a bite out of crime.
Yes. Thank you. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.